win games. I could see us getting automatics. I don't know. There's a good feeling around the club. Like,
Mm.
I don't want to say, you don't want to sound too confident, but I reckon we could get automatics. If not, I think we'll get playoffs and win playoffs. But I don't
So
know.
promotion,
That's just
Jacob is confirming right now. Prediction: you're going up. You got to be
yeah.
going up. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Young Fan Podcast. Another very, very special guest. I'm joined by Jacob. You'll know exactly who Jacob is. Still smashing it on TikTok and on YouTube as well. Jacob, how you doing, mate?
I'm good. How are you, mate?
Not bad at all. Now, we're here to talk about Bolton Wanderers heading into this 2022-23 League One campaign. It's been a fairly busy transfer window for Bolton Wanderers. Jacob, I want to get your thoughts first and foremost. What are your thoughts on the window so far? 4 players through the door as of recording.
Okay, I think the Bolton's had a good transfer window. You've got me on about ball knowledge. My ball knowledge ain't that good, but you know, I reckon we've had a good transfer window. You can always sign more players, I reckon,
Mm.
but I'm happy.
Do you feel as though that those players are going to take you to, because ultimately I think a lot of Bolton fans feel as though you want to get into those serious promotion places. Do you feel
Yeah,
as though you feel as those players you brought in, and you had quite a busy January window as well, didn't you? You brought in about seven,
yeah.
8 players in January. Do you feel as though those players can push you into the top 6?
Uh,
Big
yeah. I
call,
think
isn't it?
like I will. I reckon it's difficult league. I reckon like I would take a top six, but I think a lot of the Bolton fans they want to just get promoted this season. So if we don't get promoted, I think there'll be a lot of unhappy fans. But if you got like top six, it would be an
Mm.
improvement from last season, obviously. But I don't know. I reckon there's a good feeling about the club at the minute. So I don't know. I don't like predicting stuff because I don't like jinxing it.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? I'm the same with as for an Octopus perspective. I think we haven't had a great window so far. I'll be completely honest. I think we've been really quite slow. I think the players we brought in, they probably will be good players. They probably will turn out to be helpful for us. But it's just taken so long, and integration to pre-season, it just hasn't been good enough.
Yeah.
Do you expect more business? Because you said there as well, you're probably thinking about there is still time to bring players in. Do you feel as though you need more players, or are you quite happy with the squad going into the season now?
I think like uh I'd say I'm happy with the squad, but I reckon we need like I don't know. It's hard because I know all players. I love them. I don't know about the messaging them and a couple of them, so they're all signed. But I reckon probably need like one more midfielder. I know we
Yeah.
got quite a stats up midfield, but like maybe like a defensive midfielder,
Mm.
one more defensive midfielder who can lead and like straight in there. Maybe like an older player as well
Mm.
who knows the division above and like this division, whatever.
Yeah, do you feel as though Ian Evatt is the right man? I think a lot of people. I think
Yeah,
he was linked away, wasn't he? He was linked to is it Blackpool where he played. I think he was captain there, and he was linked to that job when it came up in the summer. Do you feel as though Ian Evatt is the right man to take you up the leagues? He took your course from League Two into League One. Do you feel as though he's the man to take you from League One to the Championship? Because that's ultimately is the game. It is the aim.
yeah, I think he will do. I love Everett, mate. I think a lot of
Yeah.
Bolton fans like Everett. I mean, I think League One fans don't. Everyone hates him. Everyone hates him. I love him though.
I think thing is though, I think if you're somebody, if you're a manager that's getting the attention from the championship clubs, you must be doing something right. And I think clearly you said there as well. What is it about Ian Evatt that the fact that the Bolton fans like? Because I think he's a really, really good manager. I think he's
I
quite a
think it's
confident guy.
ambition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his confidence and ambition. Like he'll come out with like stuff like best team in league. Everyone's taking piss, but it's I don't know. Like I didn't really mind it because he's just trying to like I don't know bring confidence into his players and like I don't know. It's what Bolton fans want to hear, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's the perfect thing from a fan perspective. Is there a player to watch out specifically? I know you like you said there, you're probably speaking to all the Bolton players. They're probably watching this to go, you better bloody say my name, you better say it. Is there one player in particular you feel as though could be the game changer this year? You've got lots of them, of course, Dion Charles up front.
Yeah.
Dapo is obviously is an absolute baller. Is there one player you could really highlight you feel could kick on and be a big part of this year?
Well, that's not a question. That oh, I don't know because like I probably I can't see it, like didn't I think we conceded a lot of no we didn't concede a lot. I think towards the end of the season, like all the players started to gel together.
Mm.
If there was one player like to watch out for this season, oh
Who's
God,
your prediction for player of the year this year for Bolton? That's the it's the $1 million
that's
question.
it. That's an hard question though,
It is
isn't
hard.
it?
It is difficult.
It could be like Ricardo Santos. Like he's just a
Yeah,
beast.
he is, isn't he?
Like I'd say he's the best centre back in the league.
Yeah, I don't think that's too big of a call, to be fair. I think that's pretty accurate. I think he looked really comfortable on the ball, though. That's the thing, isn't it? He looked really comfortable.
Yeah,
And like you
he's
said
got
there, he's so
everything.
powerful.
He's fast. He's
Mm,
big. I mean, I've not seen him head a ball into the back of the net yet.
right.
Like, I don't think he scored for Bolton yet. If he can start getting goals off corners and like set pieces, Premier League centre back.
Yeah, sign him up. Liverpool, get on the phone. Yeah, I feel as though, yeah, he does look. We watched him a couple of times. Or I think, well, we played you twice, obviously, last year. And he does look like a centre back that you look at it on face value. You look when the sides are lined up at the start, you go, it's just going to be an absolute test because he's physically, he's strong. He looks obviously tall as well. He's such a difficult player. And I think we struggled against him. You did the double over us last year, 3-2 away, so 3-2 at home for us. And yeah, I went to the game obviously away from home at the start of the year, and it was
Yeah,
2-1
that was a
defeat as
good game.
well.
Now I remember that.
Yeah. Did you go to
That
the
was
games last year? Did you go to
yeah,
go
yeah,
to
yeah.
lots of
Well, I
games
tried
last year?
to. I missed the Sunderland game when we won them like 6-0. I was in
Oh
London.
right, yeah.
I'd miss a couple of home games. I'd be in London. I tried to go well. I have a season ticket this season. I've had a season ticket since I was like 4.
Mm.
So I've seen Bolton play in like every division, apart from not in League Two because obviously we couldn't go to the games. But I've seen that on iFollow. So
Yeah.
like seen him, and like right now he's probably the best I've seen him with the mood around the club. Uh, because I saw him a couple of years in the Premier League, but it was like I was young, so I probably can't remember
Mm.
most of it. But the only game I remember is when we beat Stoke 5-0 at home or something.
Yeah.
Uh, but there was a couple more, but they weren't like positive. Like we got relegated a couple of seasons after. Then in the
Mm.
Championship, there was like I don't know, we just didn't make any progress. Just started coming back, and then yeah, there's like good positivity about around the club at the minute. And I
Yeah, I
know
think
we play
that's
today. We
yeah.
play
Who
Huddersfield
are you
today.
playing today? It's a pre-season today, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Huddersfield, I think.
Huddersfield. Yeah, well, I'll be a test, championship test. That's always important. Yeah, we
I
got a game
know.
today. We're against Wimbledon away, I think. So, yeah, I mean, how do you feel preseason's going well, though? Because I don't know whether or not you watched all of the games or watched any of the preseason friendlies. I'd sort of try and take notice. I've been to one of them, but I've been away for a few of them. Do you feel as though you're in good preparation during preseason? Do you feel as though it's going the way you wanted it to go heading into the season? Because it's a big year. It's a very big year.
I don't read too much into pre-season.
Yeah.
I just think I think a lot of fans do, but nah, I'm not too bothered.
So if
I
you
think
smack
I'd
three
rather
past Huddersfield
lose.
today, you're not winning the title just yet. You gotta
No,
start. Yeah, it's
I'd rather lose pre-season. I'm not saying I'd rather lose games, but I'd rather lose a game in pre-season, learn from well, the players learn from it, and then
yeah.
obviously don't lose in the season. I don't know. We got the first game's tough.
Yeah, I got to
Ipswich
get
is
your
it,
prediction for that Ipswich away. You got any ideas on that? Because both of these clubs, to be fair, Ipswich and Bolton, they've been recruiting fairly well. I've been looking at the recruitment obviously across all the sides, but those two clubs in particular, they have yourself and Ipswich. Kieran McKenna's going into his first full season. It's his first summer transfer window. He's obviously trying to build a side ready to make a serious promotion push, similar to Ian Everett, you imagine at Bolton.
yeah.
You got a prediction on that game, or are you, like you said, you hate doing predictions? What if you can't give us a scoreline? Do you reckon as though what sort of game should we expect from both of those sides? Because it's a huge opener.
I reckon. No, I can give it. I'll try. I'll give a prediction for that game. I think
Go on,
it'll be a draw, 1-1.
draw. Yeah,
I just think first game at season. I don't know. You can't really predict anything off first game at season. It's just like Bolton won 5-0. That doesn't mean we're going to go and win the league. Like I think Everett said, like even if they like lose the first couple of games or they don't go as well as you think, like it's only the first that's not going to define the season. You've got to wait. I don't know. The second half, I reckon, is the bigger part of the season. But if we can just have a bit more consistency in the first half this year, like Rotherham, they had a bad start last year, didn't they?
mm.
They got promoted. Wigan lost their first game. They got promoted. I hate Wigan.
Yeah. Well, I imagine you do. I imagine
I
you
hate
do.
them. I hate them. Everything. I don't know. I just hate Wigan. But yeah, I just think if we, I don't know, just
Try and get off to the best start as you can. I think
yeah,
that's what we're all. I think that's how all League One fans. I think all fans of football feel going into the opener. Just finally, just to round off, I want to sort of open it up to the entirety of League One quite briefly. Do you feel as though? I mean, I feel like this. I don't know whether or not you do. This is probably going to. It feels as though it gets harder every year.
yeah,
League One. It just
Yeah,
does. You've got teams like Derby coming down, and we thought, what situation are Derby going to be in? Well, they've just had a takeover, and they're bringing in some absolutely incredible names. These are players that were playing Premier League football only just under a season ago. Do you feel as though? I mean, it's a difficult question. Is top six going to be harder than ever? Because I think Bolton obviously want to get in the promotion places. I think most fans do. But do you feel as though it's only going to get harder now with these sides? And could you put a prediction for the winner for the title? Is that a little bit too early? I mean, it's obviously too early.
It's way too early. There's probably like 6 teams what could probably win the league. There's probably about 9 or 10 teams what could get playoffs in there.
Yeah,
it's mental. But no, I'd like to say Bolton, but I can't see Bolton winning the league. I think like Sheffield Wednesday. They've got.
I've got them predicted. I just put prediction video out yesterday, and I did put Sheffield Wednesday as the title. I just think as though their recruitment's been absolutely incredible as well. They're bringing in players that got promoted out of League One last year. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think if Bolton kick on from last season, play like the same style, like obviously, win games. I could see us getting automatics. I don't know. There's a good feeling around the club. Like, I don't want to say, you don't want to sound too confident, but I reckon we could get automatics. If not, I think we'll get playoffs and win playoffs. But I don't know.
Promotion. Jacob is confirming right now. Prediction: you're going up. You got to be going up.
You've got to be confident. The fans are, and then hopefully, if we're confident, the players will be confident. But yeah, I can see us going up.
That's all I want to hear. That's exactly what I want to hear from a Bolton fan. I think that's really, really exciting. Like you said there, it is all about the vibe across the football club. If the fans are bringing positivity, if that goes down to the players and the management, the coaching staff, hopefully that does sort of, I guess, translate into victories, translate into wins, and translate into positive results. Jacob, thank you so much for coming on today. It's been an absolute pleasure. Good luck with everything. Obviously, you're doing. You're smashing it on TikTok, still smashing it on YouTube. Amazing stuff. Hopefully, have you on the show or have you on the podcast, maybe through the season or come the end of the season. Chat and sort of catch up on Bolton. We can read this again when you're going up. That's what we're hoping.
Hopefully, I'm not as rough. Like, I'm not rough as in I didn't have a night out last night. Just had a stressful 2 days. But yeah, I'll come on later on in the season and we'll discuss Bolton. I mean, my ball knowledge is absolutely shocking.
I think you've done a really good job today, Jacob. I'm going to be honest, you have done well. And ultimately, it's all about whether however you look at it. I think the most important thing is you're confident about your side, and you think that. And I don't think you're the only Bolton fan right now. I just put my prediction video out, like I just said there. There's a lot of Bolton fans in the comments that are saying, look, I think we are in a really good place as a football club. And I think the players you brought in are going to lift you. And like you said there, if you bring a bit of consistency, because consistency was a little bit of the issue last year. You had a good first bit, and then it sort of dropped off before sort of January, Christmas. Really good January transfer window. The players absolutely boosted you. Looked like you were going to go off and fly it. Then a bit of a disappointment right at the end. If you can bring that consistency, Jacob, I think you probably will be coming on the podcast later in the season.
Late goals are important for Bolton. Didn't we have like the? I don't know if we had the highest. I don't know.
I think you're up there because you scored a late goal against. Is it late goal? Fossey scored against us, an absolute worldie. That was the worldie against us away from home. That was fairly late as well. So yeah, if you can, it's all about and League One once again will be consistency. If you get that consistency, you can
squad depth as well.
Squad depth is massive.
Like three players in each position. What could do a job? I think.
And because there's so many games, Saturday, Tuesday for most of the season. The only time that just sort of doesn't really, I guess, play a part is really late in the season. But, early in the season as well, you got the Carabao Cup, FA Cup kicks in sort of around Christmas time, a bit earlier than that. And obviously League One, you want to get off to a good start like every side does. Squad depth, consistency, and obviously some really good results along the way. You should be fine. You should be hopping on later on in the podcast of the season, maybe in the top 2 players. I have to wait and see. Jacob, thanks so much for coming on. And
we'll be on here next year because we'll be in Championship.
Hopefully, we both will be. Hopefully, that'll be the aim. If Oxford and Bolton get promoted, we'll have to do it again in the Championship. That'd be brilliant.
Well, hopefully. I don't think Derby will get promoted.
That's a big call.
One.
You reckon?
It's a big call. I think they'll have a good season. I can't see them getting promoted. They're just signing players. They're just signing players, aren't they?
It's all about gelling, though, isn't it? If they gel, then it's going to be easy. Not easy for them, but it's going to be the players they're bringing in. If they can gel with the talent that they've got, it should be fairly comfortable because the players they've got are absolutely ridiculous. If they don't gel and they don't click, though, because you've got so many players coming in, it's going to be such a difficult one.
Yeah, that's what I can say. It's same happened with Bolton when obviously we dropped down from Championship. We signed a couple of like decent names, but they didn't click straight away. And we weren't playing bad. We got a couple of wins, but like a couple of games where you'd be like, what, in the lead, and then you'd bottle it, and then that season was a bit shit. But I weren't bothered because we didn't get liquidated or whatever, so we're still a club. But yeah, that's why I think hopefully we go up.
Hopefully. Right, Jacob, thanks so much. Speak soon. See you in a bit, mate.
All right, see you in a bit, mate.
Take
Bye.
care.